will see about CCS Pension Rules. Today we will see about CCS Pension Rules 2021, the latest one that has been released in the December 2021. And we will see some calculations regarding pension, family pension, retirement gratuity, death gratuity, and even the family pension that is enhanced, which is normal family pension, enhanced family pension, and calculations thereof. Okay. First off, we will see the calculation of the qualifying service. Qualifying service means it is the service of the government servant that commences from the date he takes charges of the post to which he is first appointed in the permanent capacity. Okay, and even the temporary service followed by confirmation without interruption will also be treated as qualified service. And here, after a government servant has completed 18 years of service and on his being left with 5 years of service before date of superannuation, a verification will be taken up at the DDO level regarding the qualifying service. And there are periods that count as qualifying service, and there are periods which does not count as qualifying service. We will see one by one. First off, duty will be treated as qualifying service. All kinds of leaves are treated as qualifying service. Deputation and foreign service is treated as qualifying service. And service as a SAS apprentice, service on probation followed by confirmation, pre-appointment training, suspension followed by minor penalty, and suspension followed by major penalty, absence from duty including suspension if any, if the reinstating authority orders that it shall count. All these come under the qualifying service. And in respect to leave other than EOL on MC, due to his inability to join or rejoin the duty on account of civil commotion, it will be treated as qualifying service for that matter, for pension and all. And even when he is pursuing higher scientific and technical studies also, that leave that is EOL on MC will be treated as qualifying service. And pre-appointment training, for example, in case of earlier PA, so for 3 months training is there prior to appointment. Such cases, such a 3 months training period, pre-appointment training period also will be counted as qualifying service. And suspension revoked and fully exonerated, or it ends with a minor penalty or by treating it as a wholly unjustified, in such a cases also the qualifying service, it is treated as qualifying service, though it is a suspension. Now we will see about the non-qualifying services. The service rendered before attaining age of 18 years and the service as apprentice except SAS apprentice, unauthorized absence treated as dice non, they will all be counted as non-qualifying service. And anything that is suspension followed by major penalty, EOL without MC for personal reasons, and dice non, strike, overstay or joining time not regularized, overstay or joining time not regularized, they will be treated as non-qualifying service. And any boys service that is less than 18 years that will be construed as non-qualifying service. And apprentice service except SAS apprentice will be treated as non-qualifying service. Now coming to the reckoning of qualifying service, how the period of qualifying service will be reckoned, we will see. The period commencing on, for example, here on 2nd January and ending with 30th May. That means from 2nd January to 30th May in any year should be deemed as 5 months as indicated below. See here, if you can see here, from 2nd January to 30th January, it is 30 days, though it is not 31, it is 30 days only. And February 1st to 30th of April, same, that means from 2nd January to 30th May if we are taking, it will be split into the following. And 1st February to 30th February, that means February, March, April, 3 months are there, so it is taken as 3, irrespective of the number of days in the month. And May 1st to May 30th, it is 30 days. Even though May is having 31 days, even though it is for 30 days, it will be taken as, this is complete month, this is taken as complete month, 30 days, and total 3 plus 2 months, it comes to 5 years. This is how the qualifying service will be reckoned from a date to date. You should understand. That means first we will take the split months and we will reckon the number of days, and the full completed months will be taken as full completed months, and the final split month will be taken, and we will, if say suppose if it is from 2nd of May, it comes to 29, and this will be some 4 months and 29 days only. So it is like that. Then what is net qualifying service? Net qualifying service is nothing but the gross service minus the non-qualifying service. You have a gross service, for example, your date of birth is 1/12/1985 and the date of retirement may be 31/5/2020. In such a case, this entire period will be some 34 years and 6 months. That means 34 years and 6 months that we will write here, and from that we will subtract the non-qualifying service if any. In this case, if he has a non-qualifying service like this, all these overstays, leave without pay, suspension, in this case, this non-qualifying service will be deducted from the gross service. So here gross service means date of retirement minus date of birth. That is that gives you 34 years and 6 months here. And from that we will deduct the non-qualifying service. Here the non-qualifying service here total is 2 years, 2 months and 2 days here. That we will deduct, and we will get the final 32 years, 3 months and 29 days. That means here we call it as 6 monthly periods. 6 monthly for 32 years means if we double it, 64 will be the 6 monthly period. That means in a year we have 2 6 monthly periods. So for 32 years we have 32 into 2, 64 6 monthly periods, and there is a 3 months and 29 days. It will be a full 6 monthly period, as anything above 3 months will be construed as a full 6 monthly period. So here one more 64 plus 1 SMP, that is 6 monthly period will be recorded. Say here for example this overstay is from 3/9/91 to 13/8/91. Here some 15 days has been taken. So here in August there are 13 days and 31, 32 days are there. So 15 days will be deducted as a net qualifying service. So we are calculating and adding all these non-qualifying service, and we will subtract here from the gross qualifying service, and we get the net qualifying service. And once we get the net qualifying service, we converted them into the 6 monthly period. That is how we get 65 6 SMPs. Leave without pay also, if you can see here 6/10/1990 to 30/11/99. Here 30 full month is there. So here 1 month you can take, and from 6/10 to 31st of October it will be 26 days. And LMP here 21/12/99 and 18/12/2000, so that we can calculate this period as we have calculated early in the earlier occasion, and the total number we will write and we will add and we will subtract it from here, so that we can get the net qualifying service in as SMPs. Then comes the rounding of 6 monthly periods. How we will round the 6 monthly period SMPs of qualifying service? That is, for example, we will take some 6 examples here so that you can understand. If the qualifying service is 9 years, 8 months and 29 days, because fraction equal to 3 months and above will be treated as 1/2 year, and fraction less than 3 months will be ignored. So anything that is less than 3 months we will ignore, and anything which is above 3 months we will take it as a half completed year. So half year we will take it as 6 monthly period. Half year or 6 monthly period is one and the same. So here 9 years 8 months means it is 9 years 6 months is there, and so we will take it as 19 SMPs, that is. And here if there is 9 years and 9 months, then it will be 20 SMPs, because anything that is 3 and above, that means at least 3 months should be there. 3 will also be taken as 6, 3 months 1 day will also be taken as 6, but 2 months 29 days will not be taken as 6 months. Okay, so here this 9 years 8 months 29 days will be 19, and 9 years 9 months will be 20. Similarly 19 years 8 months and 20 days will be 39. 19 into 2 38, plus this will be treated as half month only, because it is 1 year, that half year, 6 months is there, 1/2 year, but another 3 months is not there. So 39, and 19 years and 9 months means here we find 2/2 years. So here 19 into 2 plus 2, that is 38 plus 2, it comes to 40 SMPs. Similarly 24 years 7 months 15 days means it will be 48 into 2, 24 into 2 48, plus here only 1 6 months will be taken. Why? Because it is less than 9 months. If it is above 6 months, we will take it as 1 month, but if it is less than 9 months, we will take it as only 1 6 month. We will not take it as 2 6 months. Okay, here 24 months 24 years and 10 months means here complete year we will take, because it is above 9, and here 24 into 2 48 plus 2/2 years, so it is 50. Similarly 32 years 5 months 25 days means it will be 32 into 2 64, plus only half year, so 65. Similarly 32 9 months if it is given, it becomes to 66, because 64 plus 2/2 years, that is 66. So you should understand that anything that is above 3, say suppose if it is here less than 2, if it is 2 months only, then it comes to 64 only. Okay, if it is instead of 5 it is only 2 months, then it comes to 64 only. That you should understand. Next, emoluments and average emoluments. See, for example, there are 2 types of things. One is pension, the other aspect is retirement gratuity, death gratuity, and service gratuity. We will go one by one deep into the subject. For pension, the emoluments means only last basic pay. The DA or DR component will not be there. DR will be separately given. It will not be included in the emoluments. Okay, whatever that pension it comes, on that amount DR will be paid separately. So there is the emoluments, as far as emoluments are concerned in pension, only basic pay will be taken. That is the last basic pay at the time of retirement if he is retiring, or death if he is retirement. At the time of retirement it will be taken. For retirement gratuity, death gratuity, and service gratuity, last basic pay plus DA also will be taken as emoluments. Okay, and now we come to the concept of average emoluments. Average emoluments are the emoluments that are drawn during the last 10 months of the official government official. And why average emoluments are taken? To have there will be a component of emoluments last basic by 2. The pension will be last basic by 2, or the last last 10 months average emoluments. Average emoluments will be taken instead of emoluments, and whichever is beneficial will be given to the beneficial to whom? Beneficial to the official will be given. So average emoluments means last 10 months average will be taken. In calculating average emoluments, the period of EOL, dice non, overstay of leave, joining time, suspension, not qualifying the pension falling within the last 10 months will be ignored, and a corresponding period will be added before 10 months. Say suppose in the last 10 months there is a suspension period for a government servant. In such a case, say suppose 2 months are suspension period in the last 10 months, and if we calculate on that last 10 months, it will be a loss to the government servant. So what rule says is that you can ignore that 2 months and go back to the extent of 2 months, that is instead of 10 months you will go for 12 months, and that 2 months under which he is under suspension will be ignored. So another 2 corresponding period will be added before 2 months, and that average of the 10 months will be taken. Increment falling due though not drawn during the EL not exceeding 120 days will be taken as emolument. Say suppose if the employee is getting an increment during the last 10 months, however, because he is on leave for 120 days, not exceeding 120 days, it could not be drawn. Even though it is not drawn also, it will be taken as if it is drawn, and it will be shown in the emoluments of average emoluments of the 10 months. Okay. So sometimes average emoluments may be beneficial, sometimes last pay drawn by 2 for the pension calculation may be beneficial. So whichever is beneficial will be given to the employee. Now coming into pension. Pension will be paid is the amount or the benefit that is paid for the service rendered by him in the government by a government servant in the government. So the minimum qualifying service is 10 years. Only those who are having 10 years of qualifying service, it is not non-qualifying service, it is qualifying service, they will get a pension. If they are less than 10 years, if they have, they will get a service gratuity, a lump sum amount that we will see later. And if he is having 10 years or more service, then pension will be given. What is the emoluments? Basic pay we have already seen. There is a minimum and maximum limit also. That is 9,000 is the minimum pension that you have to pay even after working out the calculation. If the amount is less than 9,000, minimum 9,000 should be given. Say suppose the calculation has come to 6,000, then 9,000 minimum should be paid. So in your answer also you may have to write if the calculation comes out to 6,000, you may have to write 9,000 as the answer, and maximum is 1,25,000 and it should not go beyond that. If the pension calculation comes to 1,35,000, you should restrict it to 1,25,000 and your answer should be 1,25,000. Now coming to the formula, pension is equal to 50% of the last pay drawn, that is half of the LPD. LPD is the last pay drawn. Okay, or 50% of the average emoluments for the last 10 months, whichever is beneficial to the employee. We have already seen that average emoluments concept. Last 10 months average emoluments will be taken, and we will come to a conclusion of 50% of the last average emoluments, that if that is A, and if 50% of last pay drawn is B, A or B, whichever is higher will be paid to the employee as pension. And coming to the pension types, there are some good number of types here. You can see here I am giving the rule number also simultaneously so that you can understand, and I have and I am going to tell you how to remember this aspect. Here SRI CCC is there, and superannuation pension, this is rule 35. Superannuation pension means retirement after superannuation, and rule 36 is retiring pension, that means on VRS, that is voluntary retirement service, or premature retirement other than the superannuation is called retiring pension. And that means whenever anyone goes on VRS, we call it as retiring pension. Okay, and rule 37 is on pension on absorption to the PSUs and those things, I have left it out. And rule 38 is invalid pension, that means whenever an official is stated to be incapacitated, or then the retirement after being declared by the medical authority as incapacitated, in such a case invalid pension will be paid. And rule 39 is compensation pension. It is a pension paid when the post of the employee is abolished for any reason, and if he doesn't agree to go to a lower post, and if he does not agree to go to a lower post, or an equal post is not available to accommodate him, in such a case a compensation will be paid in terms of pension, that is called compensation pension, that is arising out of abolition of a post, and where he cannot be accommodated either because of either of the reasons. Because one reason may be that he is not accepting a lower post, the other reason may be equal post is not available. So in such a case also compensation pension will be paid. And 40, rule 40 is compulsory pension, retirement pension, that is It is a penalty. We know that under Rule 14, compulsory compulsory retirement pension is all. Compulsory retirement is a penalty that is given to the employee after conducting a Rule 14 inquiry, and in such a case a pension can also be given, that is called compulsory retirement pension, and the pension or gratuity or both will be less than two-third of the full compensation, pension or gratuity or both. So it should not be more than the full compensation pension, and it should not be less than two-third of the full compensation pension. So two-third of the full compensation and to maximum full compensation, this range it should be paid. It should not be less than two-third of the full compensation pension or gratuity or both. And Rule 41 says about the compassionate allowance. Compassionate allowance is the allowance that is paid at that when a government servant is removed or dismissed. Even when the government servant is removed or dismissed, in deserving cases, the competent authority can sanction the pension not exceeding two-third of pension or gratuity, or even both, that is on the compensation pension. So on this compensation pension, at least two-third can be, not exceeding two-third, that means less than two-third of the compensation pension can be paid as a compassionate allowance. Here compulsory retirement pension should be not less than, that means from about two-third and less than full compensation pension, whereas compassionate allowance is less than two-third of the pension or gratuity, as the case may be. And a trick is that here SRI, I have written it here, SRI 3CCC. First C is compensation, compulsory and compassionate allowance. And 37, Rule 37 will not be available. Rule 37 is absorption, that is pension on absorption in or under the corporation or company body or the PSUs, like that. Okay. Next, service gratuity. As we have seen that only pension will be paid after 10 years of service, qualifying service. If the qualifying service is less than 10 years, in such a case the government servant will be paid some lump sum amount in lieu of pension. That means instead of pension, service gratuity, that is some lump sum will be paid to the employee. On rendering less than 10 years of qualifying service in lieu of pension, the service gratuity is paid. Service gratuity is equal to half of the basic pay plus DA plus NPA into qualifying service in 6 monthly period. So 50% of the basic pay plus DA plus NPA into the number of qualifying service in 6 monthly period will be the formula. And here you should understand that there is no minimum or maximum limit for a service gratuity to be paid. There is no minimum amount or maximum amount. Whatever amount that comes in the formula, that can be paid. And service gratuity is a one-time lump sum amount paid in addition to the retirement gratuity after 5 years of qualifying service. If a government employee is having 5 years of service, retirement gratuity can be paid. And this service gratuity is in addition to the retirement gratuity. You should understand that this service gratuity is in lieu of pension and a lump sum amount, and it is in addition to the retirement gratuity if he is having more than 5 years of service, qualifying service. So there is another aspect, additional quantum of pension is also there, where this additional quantum of pension is paid even for the family pensioner also. The same proportion also it will be paid. So remember, in the same table, whenever the age of the pensioner or the family pensioner is 80 years and above and less than 85 years, 20% of the basic family additional quantum of 20% of basic pension or in family pension, whatever it is, whichever is applicable, will be paid as additional quantum of pension. And if it is 80 to less than 85 and less than 90, it is 30%. 90 to 95, it is 40. 95 to 100, less than 100, it is 50% of basic pension. And 100 years or more, it is 100% of basic pension. One more point as far as the examination is concerned, is that if a pensioner is born on 20th August of 1942, he shall be eligible for additional pension at the rate of 20% of the basic pension with effect from 1/8 of 2022. That means this additional pension will be paid on from the first month on which he is due, on the first of the month on which he is due. Okay, that means for example, if the pensioner is born on 20th of August 1942, he will be due on 20th of August 2022. Okay, but this additional quantum of pension will be paid from 1st of the August only. You should understand. Okay, irrespective of the date of birth in the month of August, that means from even it is 1 or 10 or 30th of August, it will be paid from 1st of August. Okay, from the first of the calendar month. Now coming into the family pension. Family pensions are two types of, there are two types of family pension. One is normal family pension, the other one is enhanced family pension. We will see when the normal family pension will be paid, when enhanced family pension will be paid also. The minimum amount of family pension is 9,000, the maximum amount is 75,000. Earlier we have seen that for pension the minimum is 9,000, maximum is 1,25,000, but family pension minimum and minimum for pension and family pension is 9,000, but maximum for normal pension is 1,25,000, whereas for family pension it is 75,000. This you should remember. And normal family pension formula, it is 30% of the last pay drawn, whereas enhanced family pension will be 50% of the last pay drawn, and in after enhanced pension period, normal family pension will be given. Okay, and now we will see about enhanced family pension. There are two types in enhanced family pension also. One is death in service. While death in service, if the employee dies in service, how much of enhanced family pension will be paid? Enhanced family pension will be paid in two circumstances. One is when the government employee is died while in service, and even it will be paid on death after retirement also. These two occasions enhanced family pension will be paid. For how many years it will be paid on both occasions, we will see now. If it is a death in service, 10 years, it will be paid up to 10 years from the date of death, and without upper age limit. Without any upper age limit, if it is death while in service, 10 years will be paid from the date of death. Whereas death after retirement means after retirement, if the employee dies after retirement, this enhanced family pension will be paid to the nominee, that is the wife or husband or whoever may be the nominee, and it will be paid up to 7 years from the date of death, or it will be paid up to 67 years of age, whichever is less. Say for example, if the date of birth of an employee is 20th of August in 1942, then the 67 years of age he will be completing at a certain date. From date to date we have to take here for 67 years of age had he been alive. So generally 7 years from if the employee dies after 2 years after retirement, then it will be only paid up to the age of 67. That means if the age of 67 will be after 5 years, it will be paid only for 5 years. Okay, it will be paid for 7 years if he immediately dies after retirement, but only up to the maximum of 67 years of his age had he been alive. So whichever is less only will be paid. That period will be paid, and after completion of that 67 years of age of that period, again normal pension, that means lesser pension, will be paid to the family. This is some amount of that will help the family to lead the life that has been led prior to what it has been led prior to the time when he was alive. Okay, and 50% of LPD or retirement pension, whichever is less in case of death after retirement, will be paid. 50% of LPD or retirement pension, it should not be less than the retirement pension in case of death after retirement. Normally, whenever an employee retires and he dies, there will be a retirement pension, and that retirement pension, it should not be less than that retirement pension, or it should not be, or 50% of the last pay drawn by him, whichever is less will be paid. Okay, and it should not be less than the retirement pension. So these are the 2 points. First, I will just quickly recap this one: normal pension and the enhanced family pension. Enhanced family pension, 2 types: death while in service, it is up to 10 years from the date of death. Death after retirement, it will be 7 years from the date of death, or up to 67 years of age, whichever is less, and it should not be less than the retirement pension, or and 50% of the last pay drawn. Okay, minimum is 9,000, maximum is 75,000 in case of a family pension. Normal family pension will be 30%, enhanced will be 50% of the last pay drawn. Now coming into retirement gratuity, the minimum qualifying service of 5 years is required for granting retirement gratuity, and already we have seen that the emoluments for retirement gratuity will be basic pay plus DA plus NPA, and there is no minimum limit as such for a retirement gratuity to be granted. The maximum, there is a maximum limit, that is 16.5 times the emoluments, or 20 lakhs, whichever is less. Here you should understand that retirement gratuity is equal to, formula is 1/4 of basic pay plus DA plus NPA into the qualifying service in SMP, 6 monthly periods. So here 1/4 of basic pay plus DA plus NPA into qualifying service is the formula for retirement gratuity, and it should not be more than 20 lakhs. Either retirement gratuity or death gratuity should not be more than 20 lakhs. If you get an answer about some 22 lakhs or 23 lakhs in your question, it should be restricted. The answer should be 20 lakhs only. So 16 times of emoluments also, 16.5 times of emoluments also, it should not exceed. And death gratuity, we will see, death gratuity is admissible in case of suicide also, and retirement gratuity and death gratuity are exempted from income tax, and under the section 1010(1) of Income Tax Act 1961, and the retirement or death gratuity benefits are also available after 6 months to the family members of the government servant whose whereabouts are not known. Whenever the government servant whereabouts are not known, in such a case RG and DG can be made available after 6 months from the date on which he is not, whereabouts are not known to the family members, and family FIR may have to be launched. And emoluments is equal to basic pay plus DA plus NPA for death gratuity also. And death gratuity is having the following formula. One is the length of the, if the length of the service is less than 1 year, then the rate of death gratuity will be 2 times emoluments, 2E. The maximum will be 20 lakhs, however. And if it is less than or greater than or equal to 1 year and less than 5 years service, qualifying service, if the qualifying service is such, then 6E will be the 6 times the emoluments will be paid as death gratuity. That maximum is 20 lakhs. And if it is greater than or equal to 5 years and less than 11 years, 12 emoluments, 20 lakhs is the maximum. Greater than or equal to 11 years, less than 20 years, 20 emoluments, and maximum is 20 lakhs. And if it is qualifying service is 20 years or more, then the formula is half the emoluments into qualifying service in SMP. That means retirement gratuity into 2, it will come here. That becomes a death gratuity for 20 years and more. And the maximum is 33 emoluments. 33, it should not go beyond 33 times of emoluments or 20 lakhs. It should not go beyond 20 lakhs also. And how to remember these aspects? It is very easy. First you should remember these things only. 2, 6, 12 and 20. That means and you subtract 1 from here, you will get the answer here. If you subtract 1, 2 minus 1, 1 it will come. If 6 minus 1, it comes to 5 years. That means 1 to 5. And 12, it is 11. So, and here you should understand, here it is 19. However, okay, 20 years and more, it is half of the emoluments into qualifying service. You should remember like that. Now coming into residuary gratuity, there is a residuary means, as the name suggests, it is something that is not paid at, it is granted to the nominee if the employee dies within 5 years after retirement from service. If an employee dies immediately within 5 years after retirement, that means an employee has retired, and after retirement, if he dies within 5 years of retirement, then the residuary gratuity will be paid to the nominee. What is the residuary gratuity? Sometimes it will be paid, sometimes the residuary gratuity will also be zero. There will be a circumstance if the total emoluments paid, the residual gratuity will be paid only when the pension, DR on pension plus RG or plus commutation of pension, if it is less than 12 times emoluments, the difference amount will be paid as residuary gratuity. So the formula will be like this: residuary gratuity is equal to 12 times emoluments minus all the components that are paid. What is that? Pension plus DR on pension plus RG retirement gratuity plus commutation of pension. If all these components are less than 12 times of the emoluments, then the remaining difference will be paid as residuary gratuity. What will be only paid to the employee who dies within 5 years of retirement from service. Okay, this is called residuary gratuity. It is a lump sum amount. Now we will see about some calculation covering all topics of the pension, family pension, retirement gratuity, death gratuity, death while in service, and death after retirement. Okay. Now we will see the question. A central government servant with a qualifying service of 31 years and 2 months retired on 31/12/2020 afternoon. He was drawing the pay of 55,200 in the level 6 in pay matrix from 1/1/2020 with DNI on 1/7/2017. Rate of DA is 17 of pay from 1/7/2020. This is the question. Here you are given the qualifying service straight away, 31 years 2 months. That means 2 months can be ignored, and 31 into 2 will be 62. 62 will be the qualifying service. 62 6 monthly period will be the qualifying service, and date of retirement is 31/12/2020. And basic pay is 55,200 and level 6 and rate of DA is 17. So what we are asked to calculate? Retirement gratuity. We are asked to calculate the retirement gratuity, pension as on the date of retirement, and indicate the amount of family pension that would be admissible to his family in the event of death. If he suppose dies, what will be the family pension? And calculate the amount of death gratuity and family pension admissible to the family in the event of his death while in service on 30/11/2020. If say suppose he dies 1 month prior to the date of retirement, what will be the death gratuity and family pension admissible? These are the different questions we will see one by one. So first off, we know that the retirement date is here, and the qualifying service is 31 years 2 months, means it comes to 31 years, and that will be 62 6 SMPs, 6 monthly qualifying period, and average emoluments will be calculated here under from 1/3/2020 to 31/12/2020. This is the last 10 months period is taken to calculate the average emoluments. So 1/3/2020 to 36/2020, it is 55,200 for period of 4 months. So the amount will be 55,200 into 4, 2,20,800. And after that, there is an increment from 1/7/2000 to 2017. It is told, so it is 20, maybe 2020, and 1/7/2020 to 31/12/2020, it is 56,900, the next level, and 6 months is given, so 3,41,400. So total for 12 months it is 5,62,200 by 10. It is the average emoluments for 10 months. So by 10 will become the average emoluments, that is 56,220. After calculating the average emoluments, we have to calculate the pension. We have the pension means nothing but average emoluments 50%. So 56,200 into half, it will become 28,110, and 50% of the emoluments will be 56,900. This is the last basic pay drawn. This is the average emoluments that we have calculated here. Now we have to compare both On average emoluments, we got a pension as 28,110, and if the last basic pay by 2 is taken, it is 28,450. So which is higher? This is higher, so this is beneficial, so this will be fixed as pension as 28,450. Okay, whichever is beneficial, we will give it as pension to the employee. Now coming into the retirement gratuity part. Retirement gratuity emoluments, we know that basic pay plus DA. The basic pay is 56,900 is the last one, and here the DA is 17%. So 56,900 plus 17% of 56,900 will be 9,673, and total will be 56,900 plus 56,900 plus 9,672. It comes to 66,753, and the qualifying service is 31 years. That means 62 years of qualifying service in SMP. And we know that the retirement gratuity formula is 1/4 of emoluments into qualifying service in SMP. And so 1/4 into, here the formula 1/4 into 66,573, here we got as emoluments, then into 62 is the qualifying service, as we have seen here. Qualifying service is 62 here, so on multiplication you get 10 lakhs 31,881, and it will be 10 lakhs 31,882 on rounding off. So this is how retirement gratuity is calculated. Coming to death gratuity, say suppose the date of death given in the question is 30/11/2020, and the qualifying service is 31 years and 62 SMP, and the emoluments drawn will be 56,900 plus DA 17%, and it will be 66,572, and amount of death gratuity at the rate of emoluments for each completed 6 monthly period of qualifying service, subject to a maximum of 33 months emoluments or and a maximum of 20 lakhs. So here death gratuity will be equal to half of the emoluments, already emoluments we have here, into qualifying service 62, that is 20 lakhs 63,763. Here in the retirement gratuity, you have seen here it is 1/4 is there, and here for death gratuity it is half, so it will be normally double. So 20 lakhs 63,763, but we know it should be restricted to 20 lakhs. The answer will be 20 lakhs. Coming to family pension, in the same case, family pension will be 30% of the basic pay, subject to minimum of 9,000, maximum of 1 lakh, maximum of 75,000. So here 30% of basic pay, it is 56,900 into 30%, it comes to 17,070. In the event of death of a government servant, immediately after retirement, the family pension at an enhanced rate will be paid at a rate of 28,450. How calculation we will see. It will be equal to 50% of the last basic drawn, because enhanced, so it will be 28,450. Will be admissible from the date following the date of death up to the date on which the government servant would attain the age of 67 years if he had survived. Had he survived up to 67 years of age, it will be paid to him, and thereafter the family will be payable at a normal rate of 17,770 rupees only. So in case of death immediately after retirement, the enhanced family pension admissible will be the least of the following. Will be list of these three. 50% of the last pay drawn, that is 28,450, and twice the normal rate of family pension. Here the family pension is 17,070 into 2 will be 34,140. Pension sanctioned on retirement, it is 28,450. Which is lowest among all these three? These two are same, so this will be the 28,450 will be paid as enhanced family pension at the time immediately after retirement. So in the event of death of the government servant while in service, if he is while in service, pension, retirement gratuity are not admissible, but his family is eligible for grant of death gratuity and family pension. And now we will see about family pension death while in service case. The family is eligible for payment of family pension at a rate of 28,450 from 1/12/2020 for a period of 10 years. We know that while in service means 10 years it will be paid, If it is death after retirement means 7 years or 67 years of age, up to that, from date to date, it will be paid. And thereafter the family pension is payable at normal rates, that is 17,070 rupees. That means from 1/12/20 to 10 years, that means 1/12/2030, up to that period it will be paid at a rate of 28,450, and from 1/12/2030 onwards it will then lower rate, that is 17,070 will be paid. In case of death while in service, the enhanced family pension admissible will be lesser of the following. So 50% of the last pay drawn or twice the normal rate of family pension. Whichever is less will be paid. So it will be paid as 28,450 up to 10 years. Okay. Thank you one and all. How do you find the video? Whether it is helpful, post your comment in the comment section. Thank you.